The Other Boleyn Girl. Philippa Gregory, born in 1954 in British Kenya, is a renowned historical novelist. Best known for her works set in the Tudor and Plantagenet periods, she studied history at the University of Sussex and later earned a PhD in 18th century literature from the University of Edinburgh. With her deep historical knowledge and exceptional storytelling skills, she has been praised for bringing the lives of historical women to the forefront. One of her most famous novels, The Other Boleyn Girl, tells the story of King Henry VIII, Anne Boleyn, and her sister Mary Boleyn, masterfully blending historical facts with fiction. Other notable works include The White Queen, The Red Queen, and The King's Curse, which explore the Wars of the Roses and the struggles within the English monarchy. Many of her books have been adapted for film and television, including the 2008 film adaptation of The Other Boleyn Girl starring Natalie Portman, Scarlett Johansson, and Eric Bana. Gregory continues to captivate readers with her vivid portrayals of royal intrigue, power struggles, and the resilience of women throughout history. The morning sun cast a gentle glow over Whitehall Palace. A grand banquet was underway at court, and among the glittering nobles stood two sisters, Mary Boleyn and Anne Boleyn. The Boleyn family sought power, and to achieve their ambitions, they needed to capture the king's attention. It was Mary who was chosen first. "Our family's future rests in your hands," whispered their father and uncle. And so fate intervened. Mary became the mistress of King Henry VIII. At first, Mary basked in the king's affection, enjoying a luxurious life at court. She bore him a child, and Henry was delighted. But soon she realized the truth. Henry VIII was a man whose affections wavered easily. Before long, his gaze shifted to her own sister Anne. Anne was not content with simply being the king's mistress. Her ambition burned far greater. She did not desire the king's love alone, she wanted his throne. "Sister, what use is it to be loved by the king?" Anne whispered. "You may have his heart, but I will have his world." Mary looked at her sister in silence. Anne understood better than anyone love was fleeting, but power was eternal. Anne began to lure Henry in, but unlike Mary, she did not surrender to him so easily. Instead, she set her terms. "I cannot be your mistress," she told him. "If you want me, I must be your queen." Henry was shocked at first, but he soon found himself unable to resist her. Anne demanded that Henry divorce Queen Catherine of Aragon. Torn between his passion for Anne and his marriage to Catherine, Henry sought the Pope's approval for an annulment, but the Pope refused. And so, Henry broke away from the Catholic Church, declaring himself the supreme head of the Church of England. This severed England from Rome and paved the way for Anne Boleyn to become queen. Anne had achieved her goal. She was now Queen of England. But power came at a price. Henry wanted a son, but Anne gave birth to a daughter, Elizabeth III. Disappointed, Henry's affection began to fade. Anne sensed the change and grew anxious. "Did I do all this just to lose everything?" she wondered. As Henry's heart drifted, he found comfort in another woman, Jane Seymour. Anne fought desperately to regain his love, but this time, Henry had already made his decision. He sought a way to rid himself of her, and soon he found one. Anne was accused of adultery and treason. She was arrested and taken to the Tower of London. Her crimes? Infidelity and betrayal? But Anne was innocent. Even in her final moments, she stood tall. "I loved the king. I only ever wanted his love." But Henry no longer cared. Anne Boleyn was executed in 1536, just 1,000 days after becoming queen. Mary watched her sister's tragic fate unfold. She had loved simply without ambition. But Anne had craved power and it had destroyed her. Mary chose to leave court behind. She married for love, not status. "I never wanted power," she said. "All I ever wanted was love and freedom." And so one sister perished in pursuit of power, while the other survived by choosing love. And history marched on. After Anne's execution, Henry immediately married Jane Seymour. But even she did not live long. Yet Anne's legacy endured. Her daughter, Elizabeth I, would go on to become one of England's greatest monarchs, a queen who ruled for 45 years. Anne Boleyn had risked everything for power only to fall. But in the end, her daughter achieved what she had only dreamed of. This is the tale of the other Boleyn girl, 1,000 days of scandal, ambition, and tragedy.